Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rebels will kick it away first. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The run to the left. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes through.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series, taking a shot down the field. They got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A strike downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve. And we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Looking to pass. It's Flanagan. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The aerial assault continues. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lindsey. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. He'll toss it. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Moss. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Off the RPO, complete. And the ball's loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Rebels will try to move the chains on fourth down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
To the air, it's Flanagan. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. At the 45, on its way. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Keeps the legs moving. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with the 29-yard touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Moss. Keeps looking downfield. He fires it out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The run from the shotgun. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll take another shot here. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Looking for a man. It's Flanagan. Floats it out in space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him and try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, the defense is going to have their hands full. They're going to have to find a way to get this tight end doubled because in man coverage, he's just too much. Nobody right now is able to run with him. Big play there on the corner route. I think they're going to have to start giving him safety help.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the ground, it's Hill. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Really nice run there. Listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running,
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Flanagan. Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that and make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
And there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40, at the 20, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown tie. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Marshall was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Chad Pennington used to deliver in his days there in Huntington. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for room, it's Riley. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 40. Afterburner's coming. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to pass, it's Flanagan. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Ooh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick six.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Wide open downfield. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Handoff to the lone back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Moss. Pressure coming. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, let's not overcomplicate this. I love it. Put the QB under center. You know it's a QB sneak. Make the defensive line stop me. That hard of the goal line, it's hard to do. And the offense didn't try to get too cute. Really nice work getting the touchdown.
Alabama, 14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. Back, they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers, and then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Green. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let it go. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
He'll just keep slinging it. Looking down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Flanagan. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. The QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Throwing right. Got it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
21, Alabama,
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Looking for a man. It's Moss. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarter...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
They'll try the run. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Flanagan. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This has been a rough night for this offensive. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there, and the defense makes the big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The short hands, it's McGooligan. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Back to throw, it's Moss. Fires one high and deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right.
And he breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air, it's Flanagan. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Tripped up for the tackle. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He's looking to throw. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. They got it to him out in the flat, but a sure tackle and the big stop there for this defense.
And those aren't easy tackles. You know, you're stretched way out wide. You're running a long way to come up and make a tackle, but great job by the defense, seeing it, reacting, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
Looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Motion from the offense. Wants to go up top. Ball in the air. Intercepted. The 50. The 30. 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Rebels.
This is like Sandlot football. This wasn't just your typical catch the kickoff, take it back, find a block, show your speed. We're seeing laterals. They're flipping it around. They're being creative. These guys just look like they're having fun out there. That is a play they are never going to forget.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen on the surf turf, I'm not sure anything is going to change.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing here.
That's caught. It's Spears. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Dropping back, it's Flanagan trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. That time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Moves around to clear up the vision. With the catch, it's Spears. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. A first down run on the doorstep.
Man, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Flanagan. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Alabama! What a catch and run for 6. On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Alabama, 27.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McGooligan. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll keep it on the ground. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Touchdown, Bama! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Points for the defense.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. On the move. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The back goes in motion. To throw, it's Moss. Makes the grab. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you can tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
He wants to throw it again. This time it's complete. And he makes the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
1st and 10 coming up. Running toward the tape. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking downfield, it's Flanagan. Gets it. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one.